Let's now hear more from our correspondent Jack Barton in Seoul. Jack, what is the latest on Pompeo's visit?
U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo arrived here in South Korea about 3 hours ago, having only spent about 2 hours in Pyongyang, but he sent a tweet soon after he touched down on the ground saying that he had had a good trip to Pyongyang, had met with Chairman Kim, they had continued progress on the agreement struck at the Singapore summit. That, of course, is the summit earlier this year between Chairman Kim Jong Un and President Donald Trump, and he thanked Kim for hosting himself and his team. So we didn't get much detail there, though we heard reportedly from some officials related to his trip saying that the talks were tough and they believe it's going to be a long haul ahead in terms of diplomacy. Now, about an hour ago, Pompeo went into a meeting with President Moon Jae-in here, and he's expected to talk with Foreign Minister Kang Kyung-hwa before the night is out as well. And we know that South Korea is trying to put some pressure on Pompeo to shift the focus away from asking Pyongyang for a list of nuclear weapons and inventory, and instead asking them to shut down the Pyongyang nuclear facility. Now, from South Korea's perspective, this is something that Pyongyang is more likely to agree to, and it would have a bigger impact, as it would mean halting uranium enrichment and therefore halting the creation or the building of nuclear-tipped missiles for the time being. We know that will be one of the elements of the conversations, but of course we don't know the full details yet.
Jack, the fact that this visit by Pompeo is taking place signals progress between Pyongyang and Washington. Is Pompeo helping to set up a second summit between Donald Trump and Kim Jong Un?
Absolutely. We know that's one of the primary purposes of this visit. The White House has been signaling that this second summit could be imminent. And certainly everybody I've spoken to, analysts, believe that it is very likely that that summit is going to happen. Donald Trump, after all, has said that the two leaders fell in love after the first summit, and both seem very keen to meet again. Now, having said that, I also haven't spoken to many people who believe there will be a lot of substance to a second summit. We've seen a lot of diplomacy here. I mean, it was the first time ever that a DPRK leader met a sitting US president at the first summit. President Moon Jae-in has already met Kim Jong Un more times than any South Korean president before him, but we haven't had any breakthroughs in terms of denuclearization, in terms of a peace treaty, really in terms of anything other than small steps forwards, diplomatic progress. But given that around this time last year there was talk of a third world war or nuclear strikes, many are saying that this momentum alone, this is the major breakthrough. Doesn't matter if it takes a long time to get there, just the fact that there is incremental progress itself is the big breakthrough. So all of this is being seen as positive, particularly in Washington, but also here in South Korea. Seoul very keen to keep this diplomacy moving forward.
Our Jack Barton with a live report for us. Thank you so much.